G'day, I'm Adrian, and this is my place. G'day everyone, welcome back to the fish room. Well, today's going to be a huge video. It feels like I haven't been back in here for ages. Hopefully you watched the video with Nick and enjoyed that. That was an interview that I was really I didn't think it was that bad. I was really looking forward to doing that, and we had a great time doing it. In today's video, I've got an update on the mud kitchen build that we did. There's another snake encounter, but this one's a bit different. This one's a friendly one. I will take you through that. I've got some essential maintenance that I just have to get done in this place since I've been away for a few days. Prepping all the ponds for winter. Ziggy chases a ball, don't you, Zig? And yeah, heaps more with whatever happens around here for the weekend. So I really don't know. It's mid-afternoon on Saturday, so I've got a few things to crack into, including cutting some timber for winter. So anyway, you'll get to see all of that. Go and get comfy because I'm going to talk about fish. So, Friday afternoon, having a beer by the creek. Just started to rain, but I wanted to show you some of the hardscape. Check out that rock that I picked up for a tank that I'm doing. And look at this little spot in the creek here, isn't this magic? So I'm just going to have a quick dip before I head for home. But this rock has got this amazing plant on it, which I'm going to take some. I'm not sure what that is, but I will find out. And then yeah, that's a piece of sandstone down there that all the rocks and sands washed away. So just starting to rain, which is pretty perfect. It's been really hot today. The creek is nice and clear. I've got hardscape and it's Friday and I got a beer, so I'm heading for home. Alright, if you've been following along with videos each week, you will have seen one video ago. The last one would have been Nick's interview that I have been coerced nicely into building a mud kitchen. So today I'm just going to do a wrap up of that because I had a heap of comments and questions on it. So I'll do a little bit of that. If you're not into it, skip forward. There's more fish stuff after this. But if not, I'll do a touch up and maybe a little bit more information at the end of it about what it cost and how I did it. So I hope you enjoy this one. I've really had heaps of fun building it. So I'll get into it. Okay, so that's it finished. It started to rain, which I had to move in from outside when I was painting. And I've gone through and just put the little bits and pieces on. So you'll see on this side, we've actually set up a tap now. With me and Dad being plumbers, we couldn't help get water onto it. Yeah, look at that, Zig. So, you little plumber you are. This is for a hose connection, just so I can go anywhere in the yard around the house. Painted some, I think that's a really nice green, matches in, stained the whole thing. This is an element, of course, not hooked up with gas. The handle turns, and yeah, that'll work pretty well. Some hooks on this side. All this stuff all the utensils and bits and pieces we had, just to show I've taken all the corners and edges off so that they're not sharp and stained the whole thing, just to make sure that it's as weatherproof as possible. And I'm going to suggest to my daughter that she keeps a tarp over it outside. But yeah, that's it. I'm pretty happy with that. Good weekend project, and it took, I think, probably, if you put it all together, about 6 hours. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. That'd be awesome. Cheers. Hello, beautiful. What a beautiful kangaroo you are. All right, one of the essential things I need to do today is to get a pair of these leopards out. I've been waiting for this day for 6 months, and that is the pair would naturally form between the leopards and these pair here. Is that him? Yes, that's him. So this is the girl here. She is pretty defensive and protective of him and vice versa, so that's them there. That's the leopard trait that I want to try to breed. So they're my babies, second generation, maybe third, and I'm going to, no, they're the second generation, these guys. So I'm going to pull them out and I'm going to stick them over here. So they're going in here. The water's a bit cloudy because I need to do a water change. So this is one of the 6 tanks that I've got. It's perfect for angels. You know, you want to chase the ball. So I'm going to give it a bit of a tidy up. You can see it's pretty grubby, but this is perfect for angel babies with all this mold and all this stuff in here. I did have 2 electric blue acaras in here, but the male died. So I put the female in, the 8-footer, and she's already paired up again. So I only have panda cories in here, and they breed quite well. So the thing that concerns me is that many trumpet snails. They've obviously come out because I've slowed down feeding with less fish in here, and they're everywhere. So I'm going to drop some algae wafers in at the front and try to catch a few of them out tonight. I'm going to give this tank a quick makeover, so you'll see that happen, and then get it ready to put the angels in, hopefully to breed, not straight away, but pretty close. What do you reckon, Zig? I know, throw the ball. Moved everything around in there now, so pandas, well, they just took off, but they was hanging around these algae wafers. But you can see I've got the trumpet snails heading in there now, which is what I want, and I'll siphon or scoop them out. I put a angled piece of sandstone. It's all dirty because of the mold that I took out, or that came out when I pushed all of this stuff back there with all the roots. Just heaps of places for them to hide. And I also put in a straight log tree because they're used to laying on those in the other tank. So that is the proposed setup. Hopefully they like it. All I can do is now catch the right 2 fish, which is always a problem. But anyway, here we go. Alright, so I finally got him. Took, I think it was 4 goes. Chasing him around this 8-footer. Stirred it all up, of course, but everyone else is pretty excited because that's a hierarchy change. And I've noticed another pair of leopards in there as well, I think, so hopefully they take up that spot and breed on that stick. But these guys, pretty spooked. You probably won't see them. We'll see how they go in the morning. They're right up the back corner last time I checked. Anyway, that'll clear up overnight. Hopefully they'll settle in there now, but it's pretty stirred up. Hopefully need to change that back on the 8-footer, and you can see the snail trap is working well. I'll just siphon them out. I'll just get them out with a net of some sort. Anyway, that's those guys done for now. Check them in the morning. I've also decided that this bench here with this tank currently has got Snowy in it. I love this girl. She's very, very friendly, never scared. I'm going to move her hopefully into this tank here, which is a bit of a beta mix. There's both males and females and sorority in there, so we'll see how that goes. And then this tank, I'm actually thinking of cleaning it right up and just making it for blue shrimp. So I'll just have shrimp on my desk here, and this tank's doing quite well. I love this tank. It's growing in beautifully. I just saw some little babies swimming around in here too, so they're obviously happy. So it's the booster philandra actually. Sorry, steady my hands. Yeah, the babies were down there. Still not overly happy with the carpeting. It's either Monte Carlo, I think it is. Still not sure if I'm going to keep that or rip that out. But I'm very happy with the orange shrimp. So they've just come from pretty much my reds, and I was almost out of them. So that's going to be the shrimp bench. Oh no, you want to chase the ball. So there you go, I've moved that one over, and also it's pretty dirty. What I've done is I've added this little sponge filter with just a normal standard airlift tube, just to give it a bit of flow. It only had an air stone before, and that was fine. There's no issue with the flow at all, but I wanted to actually, the sponge filters in shrimp tanks just make excellent sources of food for them. So I wanted to put something in there. I've tipped some green water in as well. All that muck will get caught in the sponge filter. It's not a cycled one, so all this stuff will get the bacteria growing pretty quick. But they seem to be pretty happy with the water change, and I guess moving house really, literally. So yeah, these guys I think will be pretty happy in there. Not sure if they'll stay in there forever, but right now that's they're my red cherry shrimp coals. I know, mate, it's getting late. Last job for today, or tonight, is to give these guys a water change. I definitely find they need it once a week. Their waste really smells, but keeping it clean, they love it. And especially Bluey, when he gets a full water change. Give me a second, mate. So I'm just about to feed him some blackworms and these guys as well. What I do is I soak them and then I squeeze all the air out of them, and I either hand feed it to them or just drop it in as a ball and it sinks down. So let's see if we can do that for him now. So there it is in a ball. Yeah, no, you don't want that to. See what he does. you go. Didn't even get bitten. Yeah, he's going to go and hide with that one. I found this guy is not so keen on vegetable matter as he is on meat, basically. So, Zig, out of there. It's not for you, mate. We're going to have dinner in a minute. So these guys aren't out at the moment. So what I'm doing is I'm just placing bits of squashed up stuff in between the rocks, and I just, so you can get a better look, I just push it into the sand there and jam it in, so they'll come out and find that. They'll also go to the surface and get all these other floating bits. So let's see if I can get some footage of that. Otherwise, we'll check them tomorrow. Yeah, that didn't take long, did it? It was less than a minute, really. So this is one of the girls. The boy's claw is almost doubled in size, so I'm hoping he comes out, but you wait till she finds this one. Come on, a little bit more. Really? There you go. How good's that? That's a very happy crab there. Alright, well, what a day. It's Saturday night. It's about 8:35. We're done. I've fed everything. The room has, all the lights have gone off now, so we'll get set for tomorrow. Got a, yeah, you can drink that. That's new water. Got a big day tomorrow, mostly outside, so we'll get into it then, won't we? Going to some dinner now, and what are you doing, man? That's my new escape. Anyway, I'll see you in the morning. Really, the last job for every night is to come into the chicken pen after they go to bed, because they do put themselves to bed. But I've got one chicken. Her name is Chocolate. I wonder if you can see her. Hello, Chocolate. Everyone else gets up nice and high for the night, but Chocolate gets herself on that angle and she sits there on that, and I don't want to make a lower perch for her because that's where the predators are. So every night I catch her and I put her up onto the perch, either just above her or up there actually. So I'll do that now. See if I can do it one-handed. No, I couldn't. So there she is. If I can get out of the shadow, there she is. She's up there, safe and sound for the night. Aren't you, Chocolate? She did have a sister, but she unfortunately died, which I was super bummed about. But she's a beautiful chicken, this one. All right, girls, guys, what I do now is lock them in here. Come on, Zig. Yeah. And then I shut, yeah, cane toads. If you don't know what cane toads are, horrible introduced species, poisonous, nothing eats them. Another one there, as you can see, they're everywhere. So I just shut that so no other predators get in of a night time from the orchard. And I want to show you this. That's Cluck thanking me. Now, speaking of cane toads, look at these buggers. All of them lined up to eat my bees, which is why I put it up high. The bees congregate out here depending on the temperature, so they keep their temp in there. I think it's somewhere between 28 and 30 degrees, so it's actually quite warm. They vibrate their wings and they keep it a consistent temperature. So, but the cane toads, as soon as one gets down too low, they jump up and get them, and there's thousands and thousands of cane toads in this area, really. I think I would need to work out a way to get them, or to stop them from getting up on this shelf here. Yes, Cluck, I know. The bees are smart, they go above there, but still, it's not something I like, even with the other ones that fall off that get eaten. So I've got to work something out about this tomorrow. One last thing maybe on the way in. See if we can see some shrimp in here. What have we got? Push it all back. Oh, there's a yabby. You can see the yabby there. There's still lots of shrimp too. There's an orange one down there. Some red cherries in there. See the bees I'll get that one out. They're attracted to the light, so I need to salvage this little dude. Alright, little man. See if I can get something. I don't really want to pick him up because he. Alright, let's see if I can get him. There you go. So there he is. He'll follow me right to the light, unfortunately. So I'm going to take that off and put that over there so that he goes that way. What do you think, little man? Happy? I'm not letting him chew on that bone too much. He's just going to chew the gristle off. I don't let him eat cooked bones, but he does love to chew all of that gristle off the lamb shank bones. Now here's 3 more members of the family. This is Black Boy here. This is Miss Willow here that you have not met yet, and this is Chino who you have. So these 2 Tonkinese don't get on with, oh, he doesn't get on with Ziggy. She does, and then he does, Black Boy does. So there's one more cat that I haven't shown you, which is Miss Luna. And this is Miss Lulu here, Miss Luna. So she's my princess, aren't you, huh? So she lives in our bedroom and goes outside through a cat door, mostly protected from Chino, the naughty one, but she does get flogged a few times, don't you, miss? That's why you prefer to stay in here with me. Yeah, you're beautiful. So this here is Sam. She's our carpet python, our pet carpet python. We've had her for about, well, it's 20 years now. She's quite friendly, although this is the time of night that she's actually wanting to be fed. So she has this big cage here, which has got a heat lamp in it, and she's also got this other side, and she's had this for many years, where she can go through here, aren't you, girl? And then goes up and over into this side here. Now she might actually try to bite me because it is dinner time, but we'll see. And then she's got water over in this corner, which I just replaced. It's raining outside, otherwise I would have took her outside in the sun just to give her some exercise, but she's normally pretty good. Come on, girl. Let's see if we can get some shots of you out here on the concrete, maybe. So she's a big girl. Won't you see me? Lay down. There you go. So she does get out to get exercise quite regularly, particularly when I'm here and I like her to go out in the sun. They need, reptiles particularly like the vitamin D from the sun. It allows them to shed way better, way easier, and yeah, just overall the colours of snakes, obviously in the sun and the wild, are different. They're duller in captivity, so I always try to replicate as natural effect as possible, and getting them outside as much as possible is really important if you own snakes. Probably not so much venomous ones, but anyway, for this one, she's perfect. So that's her stretched out. I'm guessing probably 1 meter, maybe 2.5, maybe. She loves to get out and go into the natural habitats, and she'll hunt straight away too. She's a true predator. I guess that's not something you'd want to see coming out of your garden most days at that size. It's still really warm here, so there's no problems with her being out in the rain. It must be, I don't know, 30 degrees still. So I usually let her have a play through the bushes and stuff here, and she'll hunt and do the natural stuff that she does before she goes back into her pen. And it's been about a week and a half since she's been fed, so she's due for a feed in the next couple of days. ponds now need to be prepped for winter. These two are okay because I've got goldfish in this one, and they'll be fine over winter. And I have some awesome swordtails in this one. Look how well this foxtail grows out in nature, natural light. And the red root floater's doing pretty well. I try to keep the frog bit out of it. Takes over. This is an Amazon sword off that mother plant. Heaps of weed in here, but you'll see I've got a heap of koi and other swords, but I need to probably cull it, but I won't do that at the minute. So they'll be right for winter. The guppies, yeah, the guppies, I don't think I'll risk them at winter. I've got 3 tanks inside that I'm going to put the these amazing platinum blues. They should come to the top when I pull this back because they usually think they're getting fed. There's one of the boys. Yeah, I think they're very special, so I've got a tank inside for them. I also have a tank inside for these guys, which are the 24 karat gold. Come on guys, come out, there you go. There's quite a few babies in there, which is good. And I have a tank inside for these ones, which are the koi. These are Tony's koi line, so really quite defined and beautiful. So that's those guys. The blue Medarkas, sorry, on those tubs, what I'm thinking, I'll put the tubs the same way this way is along the path, because even in winter it gets quite a bit of sun out here, so I'm hoping that that'll be okay if I do try guppies out here. If not, I'm going to collect all the Medaka from the ponds out the back. So those ponds I'll bring out here, I think, but these fish in here are the rice fish, the blue Medarkas, so, and a heap of red cherries. So, all the cherries, if you can see them on the camera, but they're everywhere. So I'm pretty much going to just pull this apart and transfer everything over to a deeper tub, which is this one here. So this tub here is my daughter gave me actually. So I've repaired a hole in the bottom. I'm not sure what size it is, but that tub I'm actually going to set up here. So I'll pull all those out of there now. I think have it there. I'm thinking the bio barrel, I won't need it on this tank. So I'm just going to set them up, probably airless, filterless, LRB style. And I think that'll work perfectly for those Medarkas. And then I think on the other tanks here, I think I'll do orange Medarkas, and I've got white Medarkas as well. So I'll set them up so that they're close, so I can keep my eye on them way better out here, and I'm not walking out the back all the time. I do have some plans for out there, so I'll talk about those as well. Okay, so it looks a mess out here, because it is, and it pisses me off. So my barbs are still in here doing extremely well. Let's see if I can get any footage of them once this net's off. No, I doubt it. I can see them, but I think the glare's going to be too much. Maybe I'm going to swing around in there, if you can hear them. So, not much of a view in there, but those guys are going to come out and go back inside, I think, with the stir-by corridors, because I think they need a big tank, and plus I like to look at them. We may eat some of the eggs, but I don't need too many more stir-bys. This is the red rainbows in here. It's going fine as a pond. I mean, it's perfect for them. They're doing incredibly well, and I've got babies out of the mops that I put in there. Bit of algae and stuff, but that won't take me long to pull out if I decide to do it. But these 3 tanks here, or these 3 tubs here, they're just too hard for me to look after and maintain. So I'm going to take them out the front, and I'll show you where in just a second. But these have got my Endler guppies, which will come out the front. These guys survived last winter completely, so I will, there's heaps in there. So these are my line of firetail endlers. I've got a tank inside that I'm going to refine that line. And these guys, the Dumbo ear tricolours, so they'll also go inside, but I'll keep these ones outside. I want to move all of this completely. So this bio barrel I'm going to use over here, which I'll tell you about in a second. This tub here probably come out the front with the other ones. So those 3 tubs, 1, 2, 3, this one 4, and I think I'll leave the other one out there, are going to go out the front. This bio barrel I'm going to put, I think, on this one right at the end up there, so it's quite low because the outlet's at the top, so it'll come just over the top. But now this is something I'm going to go out on a limb here to explain to you my vision. I'm pretty much going to fill, what I'm going to do is join these two together, and they're 2 IBCs, and I'm not completely sure how I'm going to do it yet, most likely with a liner and silicone and stuff, but I'm going to make this into a turtle tank. So that area down there will be full of water, and I'll have it set up bio type for them, have it really cool. I want to have land area pretty much either side of a river running through the middle, which means I have to cut between the 2 IBCs and then seal them. And this one's just got nothing in it other than tadpoles or anything else. Look at this for thickness of frog bit. So, but what I'm going to do is cut a section out of here, both sides, fill the middle, and then put a liner over it. And then that liner, that was growing mosquito larvae, but it got covered in hair algae, so I think we'll just dump that actually while I'm here, doing nothing. Too much hair algae. And a new bucket. So that will then have a stream running through here. So the bio barrel will come out, some type of waterfall into a nice running stream. I'm thinking certain depth there out of the water, then drop it down so the rest of it flows into this, and the turtles will be able to swim up to the land area. So anyway, that's my thought. I don't know whether I get there or not. Anyone wants some frog bit? Check out that for a bathtub full of frog bit. I've got to get some of that up to Jack at Mad Aquarium. So yeah, the turtle tank, and then if I need to, I can put some sort of little fencing, garden edging or whatever around this so the turtles can't get out, but they're in perfect sunlight, especially after that tree got knocked down. Outdoors, which I think will be great for them. So that's my plan there. Now these other ones, they're going to go out here, out the front again. So what I'm thinking is I can put the IBCs out here, so have the top of the lip either just above the timber or just below, I'm not sure yet, around some of my bonsais. They're quite old, some of these guys. These are commonly known as desert roses. They do need a touch up, but yeah, they're very cool trees actually as bonsais, because they're one of the only bonsais that flowers. Anyway, back to the tubs. So they'll go in here, and I'm thinking all 4. So I've got enough distance, and I'll drive some star pickets down at the back of them, and then screw through the star pickets to give them to keep them level. But then this area will actually have all of my ponds in it, and from the road, so I don't make it look like a bad aquarium. These plants, these grass plants here, they're an Australian plant called Lamandra longifolia actually. So those guys, I'm just going to plant right across the front there, so that'll give like a barrier as well. So that's hopefully next weekend, maybe a couple of videos away, you never know, but that's the plan for out here. What do you think, Zig? I know we lost your ball. I'll go and find one. Yeah, I know. Okay. So what I'm going to do today is quickly get this pond in place for the blue rice fish, because I don't like where they are. There's too many cane toads. I'm getting them out every night. They're definitely eating the fish. They're definitely eating the shrimp, which are still doing amazingly well. And just get my head around how I'm going to do that. So for an upcoming video, that'll be one of the things. I also want to pull apart the Asian man pond that they're in and take all of that weed and all of that stuff, the yummy goodness across for the shrimp into this pond. So I'm going to get that done now. That's the bit I'm looking forward to. I love pulling apart ponds and finding what's in there. It's going to be awesome. Cheers, let's get into it. So there you go, I've got this tank filling up now. Pond, whatever you want to call it, tub. I drilled an overflow in there, just a 1/2 inch one. I have quite a decent screen there that'll make sure the shrimp don't get out of it. I'll fill that hole at the end with some filter floss like I do. I'm going to put some guppy grass and bits and pieces, some floating plants, most likely from this tank in here, because I know it's pretty clean from hair algae. You'll see I've got the patented LRB rock pile in there. I've filled this section up quite deep with sand just to make sure that if anything leaches out of the silicon, which I don't think it will, but if it were to, it's packed. I'm going to put guppy grass through here. The leaves of this tree, the reason I've got them here is this tree is a frangipani. So when winter comes, it will drop all of its leaves, so the sun should beam in here during winter time, and then with summer, of course, it covers it for some shade as well. And I'll probably maybe have to trim a few of these palms just to make sure that it's okay. But anyway, go and get the guppy grass. So I have a whole heap of guppy grass in here with these guys who are very hungry, happy to see me. So this guppy grass pretty much takes up most of that whole tank. So it has red cherry shrimp in it as well, if we can find some. There we go. So if I get some cherry shrimp out with the guppy grass, it's not going to be a big problem. So, alright, so I'll take it from the top, hoping there's not too many shrimp in here. I'm just going to take a big handful. Oh yeah, look at that. How cool is that? Hopefully no shrimp on the floor. Can't see any on here, which is good. Alright, that's a couple of big chunks. It grows so well there, I'm going to leave it doing its thing. I'm just going to push it back a bit, give the guppies some room. Alright, so this is how it's ended up. It's getting a bit dark, so late in the day. I decided to use the swords out of here, and I just put them, again, rule of thirds, nothing in a straight line, and a couple of extra rock piles over here, and I've put just the red root floater in there as well, as far as the floating plants are concerned. So overall, I'm pretty happy with that as a first day effort on that pond, and I think it'll do really well for breeding the babies for both the shrimp and the medaka. So now I've got to get inside and cut all that foliage, let's just say politely, down. So what I've decided to do is have the best of both worlds. I'm going to catch a few of these guys out, the ones that are easy, and grab a handful of shrimp out and put them into the tub, and then give it 48 hours and just make sure everything's okay before I release the rest of them. But to pull this down, I realised it's going to take me probably an hour or so. Got the bio barrel over there to clean. You can see that in there. And then all these rocks and all the rest of it. So yeah, I've decided to take the easier option and being safe rather than sorry. Alright, so I've caught up 9 of the platinum blue medakas. I've got an orange shrimp as well, which is good. Quite good reds in there. And then I got these green guys out, 4 or 5 of them. So they're going to go over here because I already have green. This is the koi guppy tank tub. I've already got greens in there. So I've got at least 9 more medaka in here. It's spooked at the minute, but hiding out, and hundreds of shrimp. But these guys now are going to go. I forgot to add the shrimp and the fish, which is like the best bit. Alright. Here they all are. You guys happy? I think you will be. There you go. Some more shrimp in there. Still more shrimp in there. And there we have it. It's now got fish and shrimp. Where are they ripping around down there? So hopefully now these guys will breed for me. Okay, so that's the window there behind that, and that's how the tank looks at the moment. So not very light, particularly down this end. So you can see where the pothoses and everything else has just covered it, and then of course on top of it I've got all this, so no wonder there's no light getting through. So really today I don't have a time to do a whole heap to it, but I'm going to cut the window stuff out. I'm going to pull all the stuff off the top there that I can, and just give it a bit of a touch up before yeah, I'm back at work for the week. Alright, so that's how it ended up. The lights are out on this side of the room, and I won't turn them back on just because they're Pleccos and Corys, and they would prefer not that to happen. So I got the window clear, so the whole sill is now free of pothos. This is the amount I got on the ground. Don't know what to do with that. Some of the strands are really, really long. So, and I got a bucket. You probably struggle to see that, of the, I think it's like the pennywort stuff. That stuff there at the back. And I took some foxtail out as well, so much brighter in there. I'm going to give that a bit of a rescape soon. So, but everyone's looking for food because I haven't fed the room yet. Hello guys. Hello. Everyone come up here. Hello. So they are like puppy dogs this time of the day. And I think they're happy with the light too. They like to be able to get into the shadows, but they spend a lot of their time in this downlight, the AI Prime that I've got there. So if I leave that on, they will all congregate under it. And even the waterfall's turned off. I thought this is pretty interesting, the way that's growing in over there, even without the waterfall running. So anyway, this is a new pair. These guys are paired up. Bit shy. New love. There we go. That is how that looks now. It should clear up overnight, and yeah, be much brighter from now on. Okay, well, that's another long day done. I'm pleased with what I was able to achieve today. Made some progress. As long as I'm making progress each time I'm out here, then I'm happy. Everything seems to have settled in well. So if you're enjoying the content, you like what I'm doing, please like, share, subscribe, do all those things. It really means a lot, especially to Ziggy. He had a great day, as you saw, and yeah, he chased the ball. So anyway, thank you so much. I will see you next week. I really hope you enjoyed spending time with me. Cheers. Bye-bye. From the last fish room tour. I'll do that now. See if I can do it one-handed. I know. In there, but not as many as I. Be cute and be funny, or one or the other, doesn't really matter. I know. I hope you've enjoyed hanging out with me for the weekend. Please make sure to check out Nick's video, the interview I did with him. Hang on, is it turned on? I have, today I've got some bits and pieces for you for the Ziggy chases a ball, don't you, Zig? And yeah, I'm basically... Alright, you would have to think surely one day I will get this right. You ready? Let's go. That Saturday afternoon and evening done, we did a bit, didn't we? Yeah, no. Don't do that. That's not helpful. You're supposed to be looking at the camera. We'll start again. Ready? What do you think about that little man? Oh yeah, there's the cat there. Yeah. Yeah, that's that's not really good, is it? I guess that one's going on the outtakes.